Once again, this is Anime Generations. My name is Cash Uchiha, aka Six Okage, and you is
Melanie, aka the better version of him.
She Do Try. So we are currently shooting our voice podcast at the same time as we shooting our video podcast because we like to multitask. That's what we do over here. So today's episode is worst anime parents. Not father, not mother, parents in general. So we're gonna start with our 10 worst anime parents that most people probably don't talk about. Most people probably do talk about, but we're gonna give our opinion over here on the anime generations, and we're gonna start as usual from the bottom to the top.
Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom.
You had to make a whole new song. Okay, so we're gonna start from the bottom. We're gonna start for number 10 and move on up. So, what is your number 10?
My number 10 is the dad from Kami-sama Kiss.
Yeah.
He put his daughter in debt and then she became homeless. But it turned out good in the end. But that's still, kind of messed up.
Kind of borderline
And
messed
then
up.
then he left when she was with her dying sick mother. So
Oh yeah, that's kind of bad.
yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's bad. That's
yeah,
bad.
that's bad.
The homeless part didn't cut it for you.
Yeah, yeah. When you leave her with the dying mother now, like that's kind of bad. I would have said he was training her until she said dying mother.
Really?
Yeah, I would have said, man, that was just training. It kind of toughen her up.
You think training is abuse?
Oh, training is training. It,
Mm.
we're not gonna go in here about Itachi right now. So my number 10 is, like I said, most people don't talk about him. Most people give him only props for being strong, but nobody talks about his parent skills. Yellow Flash. Yellow Flash do not get the he don't get the smoke that he deserved when it comes to parenting. Because let's be honest, like he's saying that he's trying to save the village, but at the end of the day, you put a demon fox in an infant, then leave him with possibly the worst guardian on anime history, the third Hokage. Because the third Hokage, he really didn't care too much about Naruto. He
Oh
was like,
no, he
he's still
really
breathing, right? He
he
good.
gave him $30 a month and said, "Make it work, make it work." And then had the audacity to come up in his house and be like, "Ooh, it's nasty in here."
You don't clean, you don't eat.
You don't give him enough money to do those things.
My man's like, oh, he sure do like ramen.
Like
Like
that's the only thing he can afford. Like you think he knows how to cook? He's like 12.
Naruto taught his own self life skills and then learned skills from probably possibly the second worst person you can leave a child
Oh
with,
my gosh.
Jiraiya, because Jiraiya just basically robbed Naruto
Yeah, he
mostly.
does. Just to go hang out with some girls.
but Jiraiya, but Jiraiya did a better job than the third Hokage. Like we got to
He
give him
he
that
he
props.
did, but like at the same time.
He's Jiraiya,
Yeah.
so yeah. So Yellow Flash, you get in this book. You go in this book.
Okay. For my number 9 is Vanessa's mom from the Black Clover. She just like was crazy. She like predicted, oh yeah, you're gonna have a crazy power that I want, so I'm gonna wait till you manifest it by locking you up in a cage like a bird,
Until
and
you learn it.
yeah, and see how it goes.
and and she's like again like what we talked about before, like we talked about this off camera, but we was like, why do all the bad parents want to be a good parent when they're either getting beat senseless, dying, or on the brink of death or in some type of way?
Yeah,
That's when they be like, you know what, I always loved you, kid. Like, yeah, nice to tell me that now,
yeah.
Dad, when you got stabbed 16 times and you're on the brink of death, or Mom, when you half crushed by a boulder. Now you want to
And then
say,
she wasn't even dead. She just got defeated by her, and she's like, "You can come back anytime." Who coming back? Not
but
me. Not I.
after knocking her daughter out and trying to re-kidnap her again.
Yeah. What do you?
so, so it's like, balance, Mom. Like you need to think about what you're doing before
Yeah.
you
Like
ask me to come back home from college.
she didn't even say sorry. She said, "You can come back anytime."
I knew you was
No.
gonna be strong.
No, I'm not coming back. I'm gone now.
Like, and my number 9 was gonna be like, I would have said any parent in JoJo Bizarre, but I changed it, and I'm gonna go with Dio's dad. Because Dio's dad was just like he was a dirt ball like from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like he saw somebody damn near dead on the side of the road. He's like, "Sir, you come to help me? What? I was coming to rob a
Yeah,
body.
I really was gonna rob you.
Like I thought you was dead, homie." And he's like, "You know what, Dio? I'm about to die, but if you want to be rich, these people thought I tried to save them. So
Here's this
yeah,
letter. Go off.
yeah, go milk them dudes for some money. I'm about to die, so you can go milk them dudes for some money." I'm like,
Okay.
okay, so you abuse your son, and then at the end of it, you say, "Hey, I got this sucker that think I saved his life, and he willing to do anything. All right, I'm gonna die real quick, and you go ahead and go handle that business." So it's like, come on, dude. So he's my number 9. What is your number 8?
My number 8 is Psyche K's dad. He didn't abuse him. He didn't really do anything. He was just very stupid.
And neglectful.
And yeah, and he really didn't parent him because Psyche basically parented himself. The only kind of real parent was his mom, but his dad was just literally trying to use him for every like it wouldn't be like big tasks. It would be like small little tasks. And even Psyche would be like, you can do this yourself.
He's like,
And then
why should I?
yeah, and then he's like, no, but you have psychic powers. You can help me. He was like, you just need to put the laundry in the washing machine.
But
That's all you have to do.
in his defense, though, I'm not gonna lie. If I had a psychic kid, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Mel, Mel," and you can be like, "What?" Turn the TV. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
talking.
that's exactly that's how anime parents die.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, if I don't have to get up and I got a psychic kid,
Really.
and I'm probably gonna ask you for a
And then I
monkey.
don't know. Then I just remembered he used to lick shoes as a job. Like
Okay,
that was the big thing. I feel like that like out of all the jobs, that's the only one he could get. But yeah, that's
I forgot how stupid psychic.
it's good. It's just like
He just no, his parents was off the chain.
mm,
Like his mother literally just scared train him. Like she'll do some craziness like, "Oh, let me go jump off this building and make him save me," and then he'll be able to master this power.
yeah,
And he'd be like, "What are you doing?" Ah, but you got it now, dog, don't you?
you know how to do it. You can fly now.
And my number 8, everybody talk about him, but nobody includes the mom, and that's Endeavor. Endeavor was like everybody know Endeavor was just horrible. Like the way
Yeah,
like he tried to beat train. Like he went on that Michael Jackson, Joe Jackson type
yeah.
training
He really
for Todoroki. Like he was like, I'm gonna beat you into greatness, maybe into the number 1 position.
you don't know.
We don't know where it's gonna go. I'm either gonna make you a villain or a really great hero. That's the training I was telling you about. Like he was trying to train them, right?
That is not training.
Look, that
Abuse.
I say training because look,
Guys, say with me. Abuse.
no, he was doing Joe Jackson training, right? Like he was trying to beat his kid into
Mhm.
greatness, right? He just didn't know like when to stop. But then like and let's not talk about what about his mother? What
Yeah,
about Todoroki's mother?
his mom was
Like
just as bad.
his mom's like was like and I understand what everybody's saying is like, oh, but she was abused too.
I feel
Yeah,
like
but you should take it out on Endeavor,
yeah.
not Todoroki when
I
you
feel
got
like, but
two other
also
kids.
like, in not in kind of in her defense, she was at her breaking point where she was like snapping, but it was also to the point where it's just like she could have beat Endeavor up because she just Endeavor was looking for someone who had like the same powerful quirk as him to make Todoroki.
And if you think about it, she is a powerful.
Yeah.
She's very powerful, and she could have went toe to toe with Endeavor. Like, but nobody really talks about how powerful she is because once again, that was like the downfall. Like to me, that's one of the main negatives against My Hero Academia because they don't do female development.
Mm.
Like if they would have went into depth about Todoroki's mom, I'm pretty sure like she's like a S
Yeah, I
class
feel like I
like
would
hero.
like
Like she's like top notch hero.
I don't think she was a hero, but I feel like I would like to see like
Well, I'm not saying she's a hero, but I mean like she got top
quite
notch
poor.
power,
Yeah,
like pretty
I feel
much.
like I would like to see like how it came to be to that point, but I feel like is gonna be like a lot.
It'll be too dark though.
Yeah, I feel like it would.
My hero, like they borderline dark on certain occasions, but they don't want. I think going into Endeavor's and Todoroki's mom's relationship,
Mhm.
I think it would go too dark for
I
what
feel
they're
like
trying to
their
do.
dark reminds me of how Avatar dark, like Avatar: Last Airbender,
Yeah,
because Avatar was very dark, but it was still like
quirky in a way.
and still kiddish. That's why I feel like when they do try to make their live action, they don't need to make it dark. They just
Leave it
do
the way it is. Like
yeah
stay with the formula that works.
yeah. It's already dark as it is. Like it's just like
Especially if you really think about like the
yeah
way the Fire Nation like really went in on it
yeah.
on a lot of the other nations.
Mm-hmm,
So it can stay dark, like it can stay borderline, but keep it quirky.
mm-hmm.
And as long as they do my dude like
Zuko,
no
Sokka.
Sokka, as long as
Uh,
they do him justice, because the way they had him in that trash one, yes, it's trash. Like
he was white. That's
argue,
the man.
just I'm just saying, just argue with me. Like they had him like emo, like
No, they really didn't have an emo. He had him as the static older brother, not even older brother type
but
thing. And it went against what Sokka meant because
yeah,
Sokka was very misogynistic in the beginning to going to being women. Cause like
yeah,
because of but you know what I mean, like
yeah.
it, and they didn't do that,
But it
like
was because of the village that they grew up in. But
yeah.
still, like the way they had him in that trash one, no, let's not do that again. Let whoever wrote that and whoever cast that, they should be stoned. Like literally, like they
Oh
should just be
wait, we're going
stoned.
off topic. We're going off
Okay.
topic.
Anyway, let's go. Let's stay with. I'm gonna move on to number 7 for me, and then we're gonna move on to you.
Mhm.
So number 7 for me is Killer was whole family.
Uh,
Killer was whole family was just the Zodics. Yo, they was on a whole nother level of trash. Like,
yeah.
well, his father in a way wasn't like his father's like, you know what? I know you want to stay out of the family business. You still a kid. You can go have fun with your friends, but if I need you to do a couple of jobs,
You gotta do it.
family business, you know. But the rest of his family, like his mom's, his brother, I think the only one that wasn't trash was his sister, his younger sister,
Yeah, but they like
the
they
way younger sister,
yeah.
not
Okay,
this.
I can't even say like that's a
Yeah,
spoiler too, but like
but yeah, his younger sister wasn't trash, and that was like she had a whole
the issue going on. But
yeah.
but
Just
she was
Zodix was trash. Let's just
yeah.
say that.
Okay, my number 7 right
Yeah.
is Joseph Joestar because
So we going back to the Joe stars
yeah,
now?
we're going back to the Joestars because I still because when I was watching like what's it part 4 I was like
Why?
yeah, because you 70 at your grown age, you think to go with a 30-year-old or 20-year-old and like let her get a kid and then don't take care of the kid.
But you got to give him his props though. He bagged a 30-year-old at 70. It's like I'm just saying.
He he's old.
I'm just saying. I give him 50. He 50-50 trash. Let's just say that.
Like not even he's all around now because
Well,
then
now like because he's like damn near.
because like how are you going to take care of his daughter, take care of her, but then don't take care of your other kid? Then the only reason he went to see Josuke because they found out.
Yeah, that is true.
That's if you
That
think
is true.
because if
I
they
didn't think
found
about
out.
that part.
Oh,
Like,
this is a spoiler. I'm really sorry for anybody who hasn't seen JoJo or Part 4. But yeah, he really just went to see him because of Jotaro will be like, hey, there's a stand user here. He's like, oh, enemy stand user? Gotta go now and see my kid for 15 years I haven't seen.
yeah, Joseph was on some junk. Then he was like, hey, give
Give
your
me a
daddy a hug.
and then no, and then the messed up part is that it's not like he didn't know. He knew.
Yeah,
He
I'm not.
knew. He was keeping it a secret. He knew.
And the funny thing about it is, everyone's like, "Yo, Jotaro is taking this a lot calmer than
Yeah, because he was following his
Grand."
grandpa.
And then come to find out, Jotaro's like the same. But
But no, and
but
then
the funny thing about the Joestars is though, they love each other, but they got the weirdest way
yeah,
of showing love. Because Jotaro really was like, "Hey, you Josuke, what up, and duffed him out
yeah,
like,
and then no, okay, and then Joseph after all of that going to see his secret love child, he brings back another kid to Susie, and then be like, oh yeah, I'm adopting this kid.
Well,
If I was Susie, I would listen to the Summer Walker album and start cutting his tires and putting him in a
not
nursery home.
not a whole summer walker.
Because no, because that is so messed up. Because you're gonna go back to see another child and bring back another one.
That is well, you got a point there, but in that sense though, you got to give him like he tried to do the right thing because that kid was like,
You know what? All I say is justice for Susie Q. Justice for her because that was so messed up what he did.
yeah, that is true. Oh man. Okay, so number 6 for me, we're gonna do a throwback for me.
Uh huh.
Ash's mom from Pokemon.
Really?
Ash's mom from Pokemon. Let's talk about let's talk about the trash sense of parenting this woman had. Because bad enough you out here a whole single parent and didn't tell the man about his pops.
Hmm.
But then again, like 90% of anime like have one parent. So
Yeah,
yeah,
like
we won't talk about that part. But let's talk about giving a 7-year-old mutant rat and saying, "Go out there and
well,
live
she
your
like didn't
dreams."
technically give him.
Well, she didn't give it to him, but she was like, "What? You want to leave home with no education, no survival skills, no stranger danger sense anywhere, and what? You want to take a whole mutant rat with you that shoots electricity, son? I'ma support your dream."
Well, like no, you gotta give her this because it took like 40 years for Ash to become a Pokemon trainer, and she was right there. She was right there
My-
cheering.
that's how you know Ash's mother was not no minority. That's how you know that because a real minority parent was like, "Bruh, you 5 years in and you didn't win a championship. Bring your loser self back home. You gonna get a job at the market, and we gonna figure this thing
Oh my
out.
god.
College was not for you, Ash."
It's just I don't know. Like I feel like I guess that's a way of saying like work for what you want because it took him a while, but he got there.
All I'll say is Ash got the patience of a Buddhist monk because I think like 10 years in, I'm like, man,
How long does it take to get here?
Pokemon battle is not for me. Pikachu over here got gray hair.
Yeah,
Ch-
Pikachu's
Charmander's over there looking at me like lunch meat because Charmander's like, yo, bro, I followed you for 10 years.
well now he Charizard now, isn't he?
Oh
Like
yeah,
or
like
something. I don't know what he is.
he's at the last level of evolution. He's like, bro, you got nothing else to give me. Let me go. Free me.
Hmm. Okay, my my number 6 is Urza's mother.
Mm,
Yeah.
I thought she would have been higher on your list.
See, it's because I have a certain hatred for somebody
Oh
that's on
yeah, I
my
forgot
number
for you.
one.
Oh yeah, I forgot who you were.
That is my number one right there. But for
Always.
my number 6 is Urza's mother because how are you gonna basically she was a dragon. She's a creator of Dragon Slayer magic. Um
OP.
then so with Dragon Slayer magic you ultimately become a dragon. So she was pregnant with Urza at the time, basically stopped her pregnancy for a good year or two, right?
Yeah.
And once she like broke free from the imprisonment from Urza's dad, which she killed, which was reasonable because
No, he deserved that
yeah.
one.
And then when she gives birth to Urza, she's like, I could just kill you right now and take over your body and become human again.
Especially because she also had the spell, like she created spells also. So she was in a sense OP. It's just like to the point where she was the ultimate I hate the child that I have type
Yeah,
parent
and then
for no
I think
reason
also was
too.
messed up. I feel like she gave him to the slave thing. Remember the
Oh yeah,
yeah, she did give him to
no, she just abandoned her. It's
oh
just that
yeah, yeah, she
Urza just had the like. If you look at Urza backstory, Urza backstory was made for a villain.
mm,
Like seriously, and if it wasn't for Makarov, he- she would have been a villain because she didn't even know her parents at all.
yeah.
She just had bad luck ever since getting away from her mom's.
Mm.
And then when her mother saw her, it wasn't like, man, she's strong. She still made it even though I left her. She was like, why are you still
Yeah, she
alive?
was like, "You alive?
Why?
How?"
Why are you still smoke? And
Yeah,
she
and
just
then she started hitting her, and
like she two-piece
and
Urza.
then the bad thing about it is she was like calling her all these times, and she was like, "Useless. I should have just killed you right then." And like this is that, and I'm like,
why are you doing this?
And she was like telling her how she didn't want her while she was beating her up. And I'm like, that's worse. Like being heard you weren't wanted while you're
Get
getting beat up. Like it's just like,
that's like three punches, like right there. Like
yeah.
you getting the emotional and the physical.
Yeah, like that's I don't know how to handle. I could have been or I would start crying and be like, hold on, give me a sec.
You got this already. But the messed up part about that too, Urza didn't even know she was her mom's.
Yeah,
Like she went out of her way to say, "I'm your mom, and I abandoned you,
yeah.
and I hate you, and I'm gonna kill you."
Like it wasn't something she found out. She was like, oh yeah, I'm willingly gonna tell you why you're like this, why your life just sucks.
And that like rolls into my number five because my number five is Gora's dad
Really,
from Naruto. Like Naruto is full of like just terrible parents. I'm starting to think about that.
it really is. It's just about
Yeah,
not liking your kids.
and he again, the reason why he's higher than Yellow Flash,
Hmm.
in my opinion, is the way he did Goro. Like he also put a demon in his kid,
I feel like that's
got
a
mad and got
sorry. Go
mad
ahead.
at him, and then turned around and said, "Why are you like this?"
Oh yeah,
Then the ultimate stab into the stomach was he literally gave him a guardian who raised Goro pretty much for like what 3, 4 years, and
mm.
then say, "Hey, I want you to try to kill him now." And the guardian was like, didn't even say, didn't protest, didn't fight it, didn't do anything. He just said straight up and said, "Okay." And then Goro kills him, and then Goro's like, "Why are y'all doing this to me? Because you're a demon. You made me a demon, but I."
Like it's so weird when they be like, "You monster! Who made me this way? Who made me this way?"
Or the ultimate stupidness to me is like, you killed your mom. How?
I
I was
was a
a baby.
baby. I was a literal child. I didn't even know where I was at the time.
I had no choice in this matter, but you're gonna blame me for that. So that's why Gar's dad makes my top five.
Understandable.
That's why he gets
Understandable.
my top five. Okay, what is your five?
My five is Edward Elric's dad.
Oh yeah, he was a dirtball.
That that man, I don't even know what like it's just because okay, I forgot what their name is, but like he's one of the sins thing
Yeah,
of the alchemy thing, whatever. Like the ones that got made from forbidden alchemy.
yeah,
And he knew what he was doing. He was like killing people for a long period of time before he met Edward's dad
mom.
or mom, not dad, mom. And then he fell in love, had kids. Then he's like, "Oh, these people are gonna come back and might kill my family, so I'm gonna leave you guys, and I might be back, might not."
I'll periodically
Yeah,
check up on you
and
every
then
now and then.
he was shocked to see like what Edward and Al did to bring back their mom, and was like, "Oh no, what did you guys do? You introduced them to alchemy."
Yeah, like he was teaching them
Yeah,
without like he was teaching them, and then he'd just dip. Then he'd teach them a little bit something more. Then he'd dip, and then when he came back, he just came back for the funeral, and he was like, "You guys doing all right?"
he
Uh,
didn't even talk to them.
but that's how I'm
Yeah.
talking about like the look. Like he just looked at him like, "Y'all all right?"
Okay.
So orphans now, huh? And dipped again,
Yeah.
and then came back. Wait, for the last time he came back, he was just a complete dirtball because he was like, "You know what y'all did to your mom was wrong, right? That's why you
You're
like
like
this
this.
right now."
Um,
But okay, bye. And just did again for the last time, and it was like, "Yo, is he coming back?"
like he like really sucked. Like he really did. Like he made them orphans, but not orphans at the same time. And then he would come and see them like from afar, but wouldn't go and say anything. He should have said something at the funeral. There was no reason and nothing holding him back to go talk to them at least, or at least
I
get.
think I think it's because that he felt like they were a lot smarter in alchemy than he gave them credit for.
Mhm.
So if he would have gave them any more information, I think he figured that they will figure out who he was. But in that same sense is you still set up this whole situation.
Yeah, he technically made them be with like get involved with the sins.
Yeah, like he put them in that situation
Mm,
because he kind of like sent the sins after them at the same time as backing off.
yeah.
So he was just a dirt ball, like he was just straight up like a dirt ball. Like,
Okay.
and okay, we in the top four now. So my top four, probably a lot of people will say it should be higher on the list if
Mhm.
you think about it. My top four is the ultimate neglectful. I don't really care that I got a kid, but I got a kid, dad. Goku.
That's my number 4 too.
Goku is the ultimate. I know I got a kid, but I want to talk to them when they can fight.
Yeah, I just like I put him on my list because you can't have this list without Goku on it.
Goku's the top dog, like one of the
Yeah,
top dogs of bad
I
parents.
don't it's like I don't know how someone can be like that dumb to be like I'm gonna leave you with this person who is not me, and I'm not gonna take care of you for a few years. Probably gonna see you here and there, but when you start fighting,
Come see me.
yeah,
Come see me.
that's when I'm going down.
That's when the parenting begins.
That's when dad is finally gonna be dad.
Training. I'm gonna give you this training, Dad. Um, they asked me this math question. Shut up. Let's train.
Like I feel like I imagine him and Chi Chi at the dinner table, and what's his name, Gohan, right?
Go hard.
Gohan's like, "Hi, Dad. How's your day, son? I don't gotta talk right now until you start, you know,
Knuckling
yeah,
up.
knuckling up. Not gonna. I'm
If you
not
want to
here.
ask, like, if you want to ask somebody about their day, go talk to your stepfather, Mr. Piccolo. How you doing today?
Like,
Ugh.
like I'm not raising you until you start fighting. Like how
Dad, I kicked the boat today. You strong? You strong? Come hang out with Dad in the backyard real quick.
I start punching on him. Be like, dang, you wasn't even that strong. Don't talk to me until you can actually beat me.
You my kid? Chi Chi, let's talk. He my kid? Power up. Goku was like the horrible because in Goku mind, well, in all sayings, well, except for Vegeta. Vegeta's like I think he's the black sheep of saying raising their kids because
Mm,
Vegeta's actually involved, which everybody's like, oh, Vegeta's this, Vegeta's that, but Vegeta was a parent. Vegeta like sacrificed himself not like in every single way to make sure Trunks was good. Like when if Trunks about to die, Vegeta would jump in front of that blast and be like, "You good, son? You good? I'm about to die, but you good?" Goku would have been like, "Dang, I really want to finish this fight. I'll see you in like 17 years, kid. All right." But Vegeta was like, he sacrificed himself, and like you can go back numerous episodes when
mm.
Vegeta did parenting. Goku, I don't think I had one episode I can explain when Goku been a parent.
I don't think there is one. I think
No, there's one, and that's when Gohan was like really tied up. He was like, "Yo, stop acting like I'm not who I am,"
mm,
and go and like they had like a real full fledged fight,
mm.
even though Goku was holding back. But still, that was like the only time that Goku like recognized Gohan as like, "Oh man, like he got Saiyan blood in him.
That's my
That's my
kid.
kid right here."
Not any other time.
That's about it. I can only think of one time. Okay, number three for you.
Number 3 for me is Elizabeth and Meliodas' parents.
Oh yeah, yeah. They
You
they are the ultimate petty parents.
So the whole premise of the show is that the goddess, the demons, the giants, the fairies were all at war. Meliodas and Elizabeth are both from the goddess and the demon race,
Respectfully.
and they fall in love. And their parents, instead of making an alliance of like this love or something, they are gonna fight their kids because why would you love a demon? Why would you love a goddess?
They the ultimate
And
blood and crips.
they teamed up to fight them, then gave them a curse, gave Elizabeth to be reincarnated, and they gave Meliodas to
Stay alive
stay alive.
forever.
And they automatically are gonna meet every single time Elizabeth reincarnated, and every time she figures out she's reincarnated, she has 3 days to live, and he's always gonna see it.
That has to be the ultimate petty curse that you get. Like, I'm not gonna let you lose your love. I'm gonna let you lose your love repeatedly.
But you are gonna like put all that work into that curse, but won't get an alliance and fix the
Won't
war.
just sit down and say, "Yo, let's have a beer or something and talk," because obviously our kids like each other. Nah, nah, nah. We gonna join forces to be petty.
Yeah, I'm like, you guys really did that. Like, really? And the demon queen was holding on strong. He was like, I should have had the goddess put a different curse on her.
They was the ultimate petty parents of all time.
Like, why? Okay,
And my number three is another one who's along that line of Goku parenting, Gene.
should be higher. Should be higher.
Gene is like the ultimate Goku parent. Like this dude literally had a kid, walked to his sister's house, was like, "Hey, you don't got no kids, right, sis? Want one? Here you go. I'll be back." And just dipped. Like he really just had a kid, gave the kid to his his mom, his sister.
Yeah,
It was like,
gotta
I'm a hunter. I'm out. This ain't for me. And the sister was like, your dad left him. He was like, and gone being the dummy that he is, he was like, it has to be a reason that he left me. Maybe being a hunter is everything. That's what you got out of this abandonment.
that, when he said that, I'm like, no,
That's what you got out of this whole like you're a living orphan like right now. Like your parent is alive, but just like
nah.
nah, son, this ain't for me. And instead of being a parent, you're like, you know what, let me just go meet this kid because he probably curious about me. He put his kid on a full-fledged adventure.
Oh yeah,
Hey, I don't want to see you, but if you're strong enough to find me, I'll give you 10
just
minutes.
come over and meet me.
I'll give you 10 minutes. Like, gee, and then it's for no reason.
Yeah,
He has no reason. He literally says it. I just don't want to see you. But Gon was like, he don't mean it. He don't mean that he just don't want to see me. He
uh,
means that I have to get strong enough
I,
to see
and
him.
then like it was like so bad that Killua from abuse from
Zoldyck family.
yeah being like no we're gone.
I
I
think
don't.
he
I
want to see
really
you.
don't think he wants to see you.
I come from abusive family,
Yeah,
Gon.
Killua really was like
He's
no
going
man.
with the emotional abuse style for you, Gon. Gon was like, nah, you don't
It's
know what you're talking about.
fine.
Killua. Gene want to see me. He don't even call the man dad. Like he's like
No,
Gene. That's like you walking up to me like, hey, you. Like it makes no sense.
it
And
doesn't.
even from the ending of the whole show, it still doesn't answer that question.
I don't know what else we can get from Jing because he just makes me so mad. He irks me.
He makes an eye twitch.
Yeah.
Because it makes no sense in his style of parenting. And then you get people that want to argue for him, saying that nah, he was training Gong. No, he wasn't. Gong got trained by Killua. Gong got trained by Karapaka,
And what's it called?
Chairman, um
I forgot her name.
Bisky.
Misky, yeah.
Bisky was more of a parent to him than anybody,
He
if you
got
think
trained
about
by
it.
Hisoka.
Yeah, Hisoka had this R. Kelly way of trying to train him,
Oh
but
yeah, I don't.
nah, but he was actually, I would
Helping?
say, a abusive parent, but he was a parent,
Yeah.
like to him at that point. But we still have no answer. There's so many questions I have.
Mhm.
They're supposed to be. There's a rumor. They're supposed to be doing another season
I don't know how they
of
can
of Hunter X Hunter, which I don't know where they're gonna go with it
because the
at because
manga
the
the
way they ended, it wouldn't make any sense to add any more
yeah
episodes.
the manga is already like I think it's already like caught up where the anime is. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so I'm not too sure where they're going with, but it's a rumor. That's the rumor of it.
I don't
I
think
don't know
it's
how true the
true.
rumor is. I'll probably do some research on it. Maybe we can give an update on it.
Mhm.
But I still don't know where that's gonna go.
Okay,
What's your number two?
my number two is Satan from Blue Exorcist.
Yeah, yeah.
because
Well, in a way, I can see that.
no, at first, yeah, he's Satan, but he fell in love with like their mother and
Yeah,
whatever, and they had this whole dream to make a better world where they can both be together. He wasn't gonna do any evil. He just wanted her and their kids. Then they kill her. Well, her dad kills her, and the kids are still alive. But yeah, he went into a rage and basically like killed,
slaughtered
yeah, slaughtered
everybody.
everybody. But
Which
instead of like, oh, I want to see my kids, I want to do the dream that their mother and I had. No, I'm gonna,
I want to destroy the
yeah,
world.
I'm gonna take over you and maybe destroy the whole entire world and just kill everybody. Everybody died.
Yeah,
Everybody dead.
but then again, you have to also that like that Satan. Satan was like, I guess he was the ultimate petty person too, if you think
Yeah.
about it. But I understand though. I understand where you're coming from that one because in the whole show, when he finally does sit and talk to his kids, he was
Mhm.
like, "I'm proud of you, son. You got like, you got my power. Y'all both my kids. Come help me kill these people that y'all been raised by."
Yeah,
No,
like
what you mean you don't want to
no.
kill them? They killed your mother. Yeah, but you got your revenge, pops. Like you killed 1,000
Yeah,
people.
like we don't need any more.
Like, nah, I want to kill more. Oh, you don't want to
And
join
then
my side?
he wasn't like, even when they like did defeat him, he wasn't like, oh, maybe I should stop. No.
I'll be back.
Yeah, he was like, then he was like saying to the mother, "You're like, I'm gonna do what she wanted me to do." I don't think she wanted that.
I don't think she wanted you to destroy the whole world,
I don't
pops.
think she wanted that.
Yeah, yeah. I can see where you're going with that because my number two is pretty much on the same line of that, which was Urza mom too,
Mm,
Irene. Irene was she's a you got no answers for Irene.
no.
Like you ask so many questions, and all her answers make you ask more
I feel like
questions.
I wish they kind of went more into her backstory, because like
Y-
I feel like she is powerful, but I feel like I want to see like more. If that makes sense, like,
Oh yeah, definitely
because I feel like she had more of a part of Urza's life than because I feel like there's no possible way she could have just thought Urza was just,
dead.
yeah,
Unless what you call it, Zareth like did something like to her mind or something, but she was she was strong enough not to be taken over by Zareth.
yeah.
She was like she just understood
Where's
where
it?
Zareth was
Yeah,
coming from. But it still doesn't escape the fact like you still want to kill your kid who has nothing to do with your
yeah.
experimental power. Like she experimented with that power. Like when her and that dragon made
The
the
pact.
pack
Yeah.
to like do what they did and she like took some of his power on.
Hmm.
Ursa had nothing to do with that. But in her mind, I need to kill you
Yeah, like
because
you're selfish, ungrateful. Why? Why are you human?
you human and I really want them to dwell more into Urza's backstory. Urza need
Well, I
a
feel like they already dwelled in it. I feel
well, I
like,
mean like well not Urza, I mean Irene's.
mm,
I think we need more of Irene's story to really fully understand that hatred that she had for her
yeah, I
daughter.
really don't get it. Okay,
Your number one, we already know because you like kind of stated it.
is Jing. Is
Jean
it's
is
forever gonna be Jing.
Jean is her eye twitching.
Because I think the moment where I was like, "Oh, you suck," was when Gon. This is a spoiler. Gon was on his deathbed, literally looking like a twig, dying,
Oh yeah,
burnt,
yeah. He was like a
and
beef jerky right there.
he overheard them talking about it, and he still wouldn't go see him. They literally Leorio had to make him go see him, make him call him out and be like, "Go see your son that is literally dying right now. Go see him." And he's like ignoring them, and I'm like, "Are you?"
He was like, anyway, moving right
And
along. I'm
I'm like,
like,
"Are you serious?
whoa.
You got to be joking. You're joking."
He was like, if he's weak enough to die from that,
Oh yeah,
then he
me
doesn't deserve
to see
for
me.
me to see him.
I'm like,
At that point, I was like, you know what? You surpassed Goku
I literally, I
as
was,
the worst anime. Like everybody talk trash about Goku, but Gene should really be up there.
yeah. He makes me sick. he makes me sick to my stomach.
She hate Gene with a passion.
Like what? I don't know how you could just do
And
that.
as much as you hate Gene, I hate my number one,
Mm.
Show Tucker.
Oh yeah,
Why is nobody talking more about Show Tucker?
he really just it.
Like
It was
he did that for no reason. If you don't know who Show Tucker is, he was in Full Metal Alchemist. He was an alchemist who experimented on his daughter for no reason, just to see what would happen if I take this demon with my human and mix them with this dog.
yeah, and it was
Chimera.
yeah, Chimera.
Chimera.
But the thing, it was one of those episodes that you're just like,
And it was so dark because you couldn't say anything.
yeah.
You just looked at it, you had to pause it, and you had to say, yo, dude did not just do this.
And then
And then when they asked him why, his question, like his answer to that made me so mad. Like I walked away for a minute because I was like, this dude did not just say that. They was like, why? Because I could. That was his whole
that
answer.
yeah,
Because I could. And I love what you call his response to that.
Edward.
Edward response to that. And every response was in turn to give him straight knuckles.
Yeah, because no, I think what also kind of because I literally cried at episode. It was when she was started talking and she's like, "Come play with me,
Ed,
let's play, Ed." And I was like, "No," because at first I was like, "That looks
oh,
kind
cause
of familiar."
yeah, cause you look at the dog, he's like, man, that dog looking weird. And you look at the dog and you can see part of her face and part of the dog's face, and then them ears, and then when she did that, Edward,
I was like,
I was like, this dude did not.
"No."
And he was like, I finally did it. I finally did it. And Ed was like, you did, you did, you did not just do this. Why did you do this? Hey, I can have more kids. Like what? Yeah, I can have more
I was like,
kids.
"No, that he did not." It was so
And I'm so
bad.
glad that Edward didn't even give him any alchemy fight in that. Like he just gave him bare knuckles. And everybody knows one of the only two people that Edward had punched with his metal arm was his pops and Show Tucker.
Yeah.
And a reason why Edward's like, yo, I'm not gonna hit anybody with this metal arm because this is for people I hate. Like, and he gave him straight metal knuckles to the dome. And he still wasn't sorry.
No,
Like he
he was
still
he
wasn't.
was not
He was like, "You
sorry.
think they're gonna recognize me like as one of the top alchemists again?"
He was
He still was stuck on alchemists,
yeah.
and I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like, yo, why did you do this, dude?
But okay. Do you have any honorary mentions? 'Cause I have one.
I gotta think. I gotta think. Who's your honorary mention?
My honorary mention is Gildarts from Fairy Tale.
Oh, the ultimate abandonment.
Because no, what made me mad, yeah, he Kana didn't tell him that she was his daughter, but it was the fact that when she told him and he was like, "Oh, was your mother?" He was naming a bunch of women. Then he was like, "Oh, I don't know her name. I'm gonna be like Marissa." He was like, "You look exactly like her." Then how did you not know I was your daughter? Huh? How did you not know? He was the bottom of that one Temptation song. Papa
Was
was
a
a
role
rolling stone.
like Gildos was a real Rolling Stone.
Because
I'm surprised he don't got more kids. Like
I don't, and
honestly,
then like he kept going back, and it was so, I get why Kana didn't tell him because he as soon as she would see him, he would just already be at the door.
my man walk in, grab a cup of beer, be like, "Up, 100-year quest. I'm good."
Yeah, and then then he was just like it was so funny because he was trying to like control Kana, but he was there the whole entire time, and Kana was like, "Yeah, you're my dad now, but don't think you can parent me now. It's too late."
I'm about 20 years old now, dude.
Yeah, I think the one time where he like actually felt like a dad to me was when they were fighting the
Oh yeah, and that was the ultimate father daughter
yeah.
like beat
That's
down,
I was like, yeah, that was good. I was like, that was
and
good.
that's when she actually looked at him as a father.
Yeah, but the other times,
Because you know what hurt my heart with that one?
look,
When dude was close to killing her, and she was like, "Dad," and that's when Gildarts lost
yeah,
it.
he
Like he
really
was
was.
like, "What?"
Cause like that's that's what made me. I was like, you're about to die because why are you going against Kana and her dad? Because if you hit her dad or hit her dad, Kana's gonna pull out fairy glitter.
Oh yeah,
You hit Gilda, hit Kana, Gilda's just gonna ultimately kill you. It's
like
not. There's no coming
because
back.
people fail to realize Guild Arts only went to his full strength with one person.
I think that's there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and old boy with the gravity powers,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
I can't remember his
I
name,
forgot his name too.
but yeah, that's the only time Guild Arts ever used his full powers. Now I think I got my honorary mention,
Mm,
and technically he's not his dad,
mm,
but he's a parent figures, and we talking about parents.
mhm.
Uh, All Might.
Oh.
All Might is it.
You make that sense.
Oh yeah, because this is our new setup, right?
Yeah,
My man,
he's right there. He's
All Might.
you covering him a little bit.
Oh, I'm covering him a little. I'm
Yeah,
covering him,
yeah.
but he deserved to be covered in when we talking about this because All Might was the worst teacher slash parent that you can get.
Oh yeah, he was.
Because
He
All
was
Might gave my man this power with no instructions,
none,
none at all.
none.
Like he was like, uh, best thing I can tell you is you need to work out. So my man got Asta buff. So everybody know Deku. When Deku take off the shirt, everybody's like, "Yo, Deku got like 20 packs."
Ah, he was
Like,
just yelling.
yeah, he flexing. You know, that's it. Like, just work out. Like, I'm not gonna tell you not to go full power. I'm not gonna tell you start off slow, ease your way into gaining power. I'm not gonna tell you anything. You work this out on your own. But
Yeah,
remember, work out.
the only people that really taught Deku was Aizawa, which he
Yep.
was kind of. I see where some people are like,
No, but
no, not like as like a bad teacher,
like a
more.
bad teacher. No, Azawa was straight no chaser. Like that's
Yeah.
how he was. He was like, "Yo, you stupid. Why would you use full power when you cannot control the full power?
Hmm.
You want to break every bone in your body? That don't make you. That doesn't make you a hero."
And then
Which is true.
another one is Gran Torino.
Gran Torino was more of a teacher
Yeah,
to
and
him.
then Endeavor. If you guys read the manga, Endeavor actually did
Yeah,
have.
the,
And then I would say I feel like some people will be like no, but I honestly Bakugo I feel like also kind of helped him in a way
yeah.
because he also.
No, if Bakugo, like I don't know why anybody wouldn't say Bakugo didn't train
Mhm.
him because if you think about it, everything Bakugo says you gotta read between the lines.
Yeah.
Bakugo is not gonna say, "Hey, when you're using your legs or when you're using your power, if you pull back about 1 or 2%, that was gonna help you and ease up the density or the power on your
Mhm.
bones." Bakugo say, "Hey, dumbass, if you know how to use your power, you'll be like me," and
Yeah.
that would make him think. He was like, "What do you mean, be like him? Be like him?" Oh, I got it, and then he'll get it.
Yeah.
But Bakugo, I would say, is a better teacher. Gran Torino, definitely a better teacher.
Yeah.
Azawa, he's more of a mental.
Yeah. I got Azuo up here.
Yeah, Azawa's on the
Yeah.
right over on this side, but Azawa's more of his mental. Like he more of a think about your strategies, your other ways of fighting without destroying yourself. Because if you destroy yourself, he says it like if you destroy yourself to a point where you can't fight, how are you going to save
I think
anybody?
the only thing I understand why people are mad at is like Azawa letting them go into like the Shisaki thing. You know what area and stuff
Oh
because and then
yeah,
the only one that had was reasonable was Rocklock because he was like
yeah.
these are
Even though Rocklock is trash,
no because Rocklock is I feel like you like hand to hand powers.
no, it's not even that the hand power. It's just like the whole time Rocklock was just wanting smoke.
Okay, but Daddy, you gotta realize this. You would do the exact same thing.
In
You
what
y-
way?
you would okay.
Okay,
You would
no,
be
just explain a little bit.
okay. You can like it's not even like you had a big power. Like you can have like a medium power, but you still taught like oh so you act like you the big shot here. You think you can
Listen,
step to you act like
either
you
way,
wanted.
either way it goes, whatever power I got, everybody knows who knows me. I'm gonna be an anti-hero. I'm gonna be Deadpool all the way. I don't care if I had the power to throw a snowball at like 100 miles an hour. I'm gonna be an
But
anti-hero.
I think you just have to be a little reasonable because I feel like
No, the reason why I don't like I got mad at Rocklock is because the way he talked didn't match up to his power when he was
But like we
fighting.
also really didn't get that much of to see his power
But
too.
that's true. But I'm just saying, like at that moment, if you can only throw a frisbee and then jump on it, I'm gonna punch in your throat. Like if I was Deku
But
or
I feel like there's
Bakugo,
more ways he can use his power. I feel like that's the only one you saw and you were really mad.
because the way he was talking, he was over there. Y'all got these kids coming in here, frisbee throw, and like
Shut up! You did not do that.
that's how you got out of it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of our show
Oh wait.
today.
Okay, so we have our new setup. We didn't mention it in the beginning.
Yes,
Comment how you like about that. Also we have been gone for a little while. You know, little hiatus.
her fault.
It was not my fault.
It was her
It
fault.
was not my fault.
So I'm gonna blame her, and she's gonna deny it, but it was her fault. And we do got our new setup. We got like if you are in this anime culture, everybody knows that when you're in the culture, you go the manga route, you go the anime route, and you go anywhere in between. So we got a little bit of everything. We got our anime where by far maybe one of the greatest animes are on his way to being the greatest anime. And we got some she love romance
Well, they're
anime
not all romance.
like not all of them is romance mangas, but some of them are actually pretty good. Like when you think about romance, you be like, there's some that's actually really good. Like I'm a well-rounded, I would say, like anime watcher because I watch a little bit of
But
everything.
I think the only thing I have to say is that when people are like, I want to go into this anime, I will go into a shoujo anime. Because you know why? I can beat the bully. I can beat them.
That is
It's
true.
really easy. Why would I go in Attack on Titan and try to fight a Titan?
I would never.
Why
Uh,
would I do that?
that is going to be our next one. If you got, we're going to pick the top three worlds we wouldn't go into. Not what we would go into. What go into is easy. The top three that we wouldn't go into. That's going to be the next episode, ladies and gentlemen. And for all of those who is listening, go to our YouTube page, like, comment, and share. Subscribe.
And for you on our
YouTube
YouTube,
page,
go on our
voice podcast,
it's probably going to be on Spotify.
and
So
like it, love it, do all that good stuff. Support the brand, support the thing. We're gonna try to get our episodes probably every Tuesday and Friday.
yes.
Those are the times that we're aiming for. So support us, give us some comments
Oh, and also if you want to see any more of us, you can follow us on our Instagram. Mine is at Melmel the Fairy, and yours.
at MPOU82. Probably gonna change that to Cashew Cheer because that's the names, that's my gamer tag on pretty much everything I
He's a
roll on.
loser.
And because I'm a Uchiha all the way, and she hate Uchihas, I don't know why. I think she's a
I hate
Uzumaki.
Sasuke.
I think she's a Uzumaki in my opinion, but
You
that's just
know, I don't. You. That's basically calling me bro. That's what you're calling me. Oh,
Uh,
oh, oh. Okay, okay.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the show.